Bryan Kohberger's lawyers asked, and the judge said yes, talking about a demand by Kohberger's legal team for background records of 3 Idaho police officers who took part in the investigation of last November's stabbing deaths near the University of Idaho. Kohberger is the only suspect in the horrific murders of 4 university students. Prosecutors say they will seek the maximum punishment for murder in that state, which is the death penalty. And I want to bring in Jonna Spilbor. She is a defense attorney, trial analyst, and former prosecutor. Thanks for being with us, Jonna. Explain to us what the defense could be doing here. Why would they be so interested? Because it was a bit of a fight for them to get these police training records for those 3 officers.
Sure. So what the defense team is doing here is investigating the investigators. And that's important for a number of reasons, not the least of which is evidence is only as good as its source. And in a case like this, which is especially heinous, quadruple murder, and just horrible, we only have one suspect, and that suspect really came about as a needle in a haystack. So from a defense perspective, it is really crucial to find out the training, the experience, and even the motive of the investigators that actually pinned down Bryan Kohberger as the sole suspect in this very horrific case.
So in a case this complicated, is it common for them to request these records? Like, would you kind of do that no matter what, just to see what's there? Or do you think this shows that this is going to be part of their strategy in terms of maybe going after the police? Is that going to be an important part of their defense strategy?
So it's both. Of course, as a defense attorney, you want everything that the prosecutor is going to provide to you, and then you can figure out what you're going to use, what you're not going to use. And keep in mind also, when you're talking about an investigation like this, the defense team is sort of at a disadvantage because we're not the ones who get the call in the middle of the night to go to the scene of the crime, right? We have to stand back. It's the prosecutor's job to do that. And then we have to hope that the prosecution gives us everything and anything that they were able to call and provide. So it's really, from a defense perspective, we got to get in there and ask for what we want. But from a strategy standpoint, I mean, I don't want to really make this comparison just yet, but let's take a trip down memory lane, right? Almost 30 years ago to the O.J. Simpson murder case, where in that case, it was the cops who tainted the evidence, which really lost that case for the prosecution. It might be a similar strategy here.
Are you surprised that the prosecution didn't just give these records up immediately? Because, we wouldn't even be talking about this now if they just handed them over. There was a little bit of a fight in court. The judge made a ruling and said, no, you've got to give the training records over.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a fight because you do want to keep some of this information private from the public, just like you don't want to dox these police officers, right? But it is still important from a defense perspective. So you can keep that part of it secret, but the defense team can still have access to the important part of those training records. And it was really important for the defense team to make this request. This is a capital case, right? They're trying to keep their client off death row. This is crucial information. It may lead someplace, it may not. But that's the defense team's call to make.
And unfortunately, with the gag order, we don't get to see any of the records or most of the documents like that at this point, at least. So we can't really decide whether they're important or not important. That's what's going to be so interesting about this trial, is so much is going to come out that we've never heard before during the trial. The trial now set for October, Jonna. Do you think that's actually going to happen? When they first set the date, everyone said, there's no way, but no one has really complained about that date yet in terms of the defense or prosecution. Do you think we may actually have a trial at the end of the year?
It seems so quick for a case of this magnitude. And, one of the things that I really have a question, maybe we will find this out later, is I'm looking at the absence of evidence in this case. There should be a whole lot of DNA, a whole lot of forensic evidence in Bryan Kohberger's car, whatever car if he was the culprit, however he got out of there, that DNA is going to exist. You wouldn't be able to get rid of it if you tried. Where is all that evidence? This case is just weird to me because it's not, you can't say, Colonel Mustard in the library with the candlestick. It's not direct like that. So there's a whole lot of evidence that has yet to be seen. I don't know if we're going to see it all by October. That might be a little.
It does seem fast, but we'll see. There's been a lot of strange things about this case, and they do things kind of weird in Idaho sometimes. So we'll see. Jonna Spilbor, thank you so much for being on with us tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.